Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not too bad, actually, pretty excited. I saw the premiere this week for Naomi, and
Yeah.
I was thrilled just because I was a big fan of what Brian Michael Bendis did with the comic book with that short series. And of course, this morning I am with Camila Moreno. She is one of the stars of set CW series. First off, congratulations! I heard this is your first major leading role on television. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How does that make you? How do you feel?
I feel extremely happy and honored, and it's a privilege to be able to work doing what I love. So it's great.
Now, are you a fan of the CW Arrowverse DC series?
I mean, I'm sort of new to all of it, so I'm learning as we go.
Oh, okay, all right. Have you what other ones have you checked out so far?
I mean, I've watched The Flash, which
Hmm.
is very good. And yeah, so I'm sort of learning. I've watched Stargirl and it's very good. So yeah.
No, Stargirl is fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about your character. And so tell us who you play in the television series and what we can expect.
Of course. So I play Lourdes. She's a young woman who works at a comic book shop, and she's a cool girl, and she really loves being herself. She's very different from anyone I've met, honestly, which I love that about her, and I'm very excited to get to keep knowing her.
Now, do you have any history yourself with comic books, or this is something a little bit new to you as well?
It's new to me. It's new to me. Yeah.
But well, I mean, there's if there's ever a chance to jump into it, that's where I started before doing television and movies is comic books.
Yeah.
So it's a great world to be in, especially because you get great stories like the one you were a part of now with Naomi.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. I immediately, once I got the audition, I immediately read it and just fell in love with it. It's like you get invested, you want these characters to succeed and you get yeah, you get invested in their stories. And that's wonderful.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Speaking of the television series, part of for what I got invested in is the diversity of the cast as well as their different personalities. Can you speak a little bit on that?
I mean, I love being a part of such a diverse show. I love that everyone can feel identified with at least one storyline in the show. I think that's wonderful, and I think that's very fair, and it's very much needed in our community for children to be able to see themselves reflected on their screens is, what better gift than that, So I feel honored. And in terms of their personalities on screen, is that what you asked?
Yeah.
They're so funny. I loved it. Ever since I met them, I was like, oh, building chemistry with these people is going to be piece of cake because they're great. Honestly, they're so cool. They're so kind and funny and so talented. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you are part of that talented cast, of course.
Thank you.
The DCU, especially on the CW, has always been so great at really showcasing different characters that we can relate to. In this case, I think with Naomi, what I really like is she is somebody who seems like she has it all figured out for the moment. She's multi languages. Her parents are her adopted parents are great, and she even skateboards, which is nice. Talk a little bit about how the show we already spoke a little bit about it, but just I being able to identify with different characters as far as relating to their current situations.
I think what's so beautiful about this show is that it's mostly a coming of age, not mostly, it's a lot of it, it's a coming of age story, and you get to grow up with this young woman.
Mhm.
And, a lot of the things that she's going through, we've all gone through, you know,
Yeah.
um, I don't know, crushes, boyfriends, figuring out what you want, figuring out who you are.
Mhm.
We've all gone through that. All the doubts that you get, questions, is this really the path that I should be taking? Who am I really? That's a question that we've all asked ourselves. I'm still figuring it out. And I think that's a never ending thing that we have. We're always figuring out who we are, and who we are today is not the same that we are than who we are yesterday and who we're going to be tomorrow. So I think that's definitely something that the show deals with very well.
Yeah, I like that a lot because you can't ever think that your path is set in stone because you're set in one direction. Kind of
Yeah.
like how she figured out from one moment to another, your entire life can change, and that is okay.
Yeah.
It's about embracing that adventure, and I think that's what I like about the series too. Tell me a little bit about your experience on set, and working with the crew, and how that is for you as an actress to now coming into a role like this.
It's wonderful. I love from the moment I step on set. Honestly, for the moment I step into my trailer, I'm having the time of my life. Every time, but whenever I sit on that hair and makeup chair and I get to, chat with the makeup artists and the costume designers and everyone, it's been truly a magical experience. And I feel very blessed and privileged that I get to have this opportunity. And I don't take it for granted for one bit.
Where do you think that the show stands out from other shows? Well, you've seen The Flash, so where does it stand out over The Flash, would you say?
I mean, first of all, this is the first Black superhero story, so that's wonderful in and of itself. I mean, I think young girls everywhere will get to feel identified with that and see a young Black girl stand in all her power and all her might and all her questions and however seeing how everyone loves her is wonderful. And I think it's very valuable that we get to have this story and get to watch this story.
What do you feel like you relate most with your character?
I think I relate most to my character, and I think in various ways. I also think I'm figuring that out as well as we speak, like everything. But I like to think one of the things that I most like about Lourdes is how good of a friend she is. And I'm definitely not a perfect friend, but I try my best to be a good friend, and I feel proud about that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the magic of season ones. I think also is the fact that you as an actress as well as the character are really discovering who each other are, and then
Yeah.
so if you go on to a second, a third season, you're able to really grow with them, and it just makes it so much fun, and it means a lot to the audience.
Yes, of course.
So tell me, what do you hope people take away from Naomi?
Wow, so much. I think it's a show that has a lot to offer. But I think one of the things that stand out most to me is to not judge your path. Your path is your own, and you can do with it whatever you want. And also to be yourself. Be yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's okay. And I think it's a wonderful thing to be yourself.
Absolutely. Who is your favorite superhero?
Oh my gosh, Naomi.
Great answer. Camila, thank you so much for spending some time with me this morning. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on the show and also on your role, and we hope to see you in many more.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye.